it out what happened at least.
Oh, are we back?
We should be.
It's just 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
No, it'll come. I turned it off.
It'll come. It'll come. Why do I hear I'm echoing?
No, not here. Not unless you got something on.
Am I echoing everybody? I mean, I don't mind. I can hear my voice all day long. I sound super sexy.
You shouldn't be echoing here.
Yep, I'm echoing. Oh, mute me on OBS or whatever.
I got you muted on OBS.
What the fuck? Wait. TikTok. It stopped.
There we go. They say you're not echoing. All right. I figured out what happened. Something with the browser window I had pulled up and on YouTube, and it just decided to do what it wanted to do.
Is it fucking snowing over here or something?
So, no more of that background. We can continue.
America.
It would not be our podcast live if something did not just totally fuck up.
Would that be the truth? So something else we wanted to bring up about the whole Ukraine thing. We're going to be bouncing all over the damn place. With the Ukraine shit, so basically they shut down all these things, and the next thing you know, because they did the sanctions, all of these multi-billion-dollar companies like jewelry, diamonds, clothing suppliers are like, fuck you and your sanctions. We make too much money off of Russia. And so, of course, the government's had to make an exemption for rich people.
Well, like Louis Vuitton and all these other, war don't stop fashion and high-priced diamonds.
Nope. Gotta make it happen.
Well, did you know, we're going to skip over, since we've been talking about Mayor Cantrell in New Orleans, the one that put in all these crazy-ass mask mandates and shit. We talked about it before.
Mardi Gras is immune to the COVID.
No, but she had all that other stuff, but you didn't see what I think I sent to you. Wish you did. I don't have to. Well, I'll just show a picture. Anyway, she had a Mardi Gras ball. And guess what she was photographed?
Oh, she wasn't wearing a mask.
This was her. At her mayor's Mardi Gras ball. And what was that thing they say? Good for you, not good for me.
Yeah, good for thee, but not for me, or something.
Yeah, something like that. That was her. This was after.
Ain't that ugly bitch that got in a fight with somebody with a bodyguard?
Yeah, some guy. They were at a bar and she disagreed. She had her 2 giant bodyguards there, and she just basically cussed them out.
If you need a bodyguard to do your job, you're probably not doing a very good job.
But that's who they keep electing right there. That's who they like.
It's fucking Nolan's for you. Everybody too damn drunk. It's all the homeless people voting for her.
Well,
hey, did you know
she's a
M&M
Soros.
chocolate, the M&M on M&M's stands for the initials of the inventors, Mars and Murray?
I didn't need to know that. But yeah, but she got caught maskless. She's just another one of them hypocrites that keeps getting elected because the people keep voting for her. I don't know why, but they do. That's her. That's her maskless right there.
I'll tell you. New Orleans has so much potential if they were underneath Republican rule, dude.
Well, a lot of these cities would.
They'd be so cleaned up. I mean, it'd be bad for the people that live there because, well, let's be honest. If you cleaned it up, you could charge a lot more for rent.
It's pretty expensive down there anyway. Do you know that alcohol is bad for you?
Yeah, I'm well aware. Hey, did you ever get those whiskeys?
Not yet.
I'm
sure.
What are you sipping on tonight?
The last of my banana whiskey.
Oh,
I need to get some more. See this guy right here? See him? See this guy? He went from fat to fit.
Who?
The picture I just pulled up. You'll see in a
I
second.
can't.
He says that alcohol nearly killed him. 16 months later, his life has transformed. Sometimes when I look back at the constant upheaval I experienced as a child, I think it may have contributed to my experience with alcohol as an adult. I was very shy growing up because I didn't have a lot of friends. That just means you wasn't shy. That means you just didn't have no friends. Everybody liked you. Didn't want to hang out with you. I mean, did you check your breath? Did you?
I mean, his breath's got to be bad. Look, his lips look like they're dying.
Well, not now. He's fit. He went from fat to fit. His
Well,
father
he had liver failure in that picture on the left. Look at his skin. It's yellow. He's got jaundice.
His father used to work for the U.S. Customs and transferred a lot. So he grew up in many different areas across many different states. It did impact me a little socially. I first experimented with alcohol when I was around 16, like most every other teenager does. And I didn't particularly enjoy it. Well, something was wrong with you. Then when I really discovered it in my 20s, all of a sudden this really awkward kid was transformed into someone who was outgoing, social, and popular. No, you probably wasn't popular. Is your drunk mind made you think you were popular.
I'm popular.
In your mind, he went to college on a scholarship. And for a few years, he met his best friend in the world, Dennis. We became thick as thieves, and college became a bit of a drag. He spent a lot of his younger years practicing at being an adult, and all of a sudden I discovered enjoying myself. It took him that long before he actually masturbated to figure out he was enjoying himself. I discovered myself with this dangly thing between my legs, I said.
Oh, he got to see it when he lost all that weight.
I was informed it was a penis, and I did not know what. No, it does not say.
So he showed it to his friends, and now they're gay lovers.
Yes. I did not realize that growing up, when I heard people say they were cockfighting, that they were actually using poultry. And I was wondering why my penis hurt so much. After
year of training, I'll never get back.
It's like, ow, that hurt. And no. Then I found out there was chicken. He said when him and Dennis turned 21, we started going out to bars once a week.
And Dennis liked anal.
What? I mean, this dude was a party animal. He went to a bar once a week. Then he moved up to twice a week.
Hey, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Well, they went twice a week, and after a period of time, it was every night of the week. Like anybody out there who struggles with alcohol, it has a progression. At first, it would be 5 or 6 beers a night. I was 150 pounds. I didn't have the tolerance, but I'm sure any doctor would say that's still not good. Over the next several years, it became 9 or 10 beers a night, and then it was a 12-pack. I couldn't match the number of beers to the exact years. It was incremental.
Hey, if you can't drink 24 beers without catching a buzz, you are not skilled.
After he got out of college, he spent years fighting his alcohol addiction. I knew that he was developing issues when I started struggling against it. There would be times when I would swear it off for a little while. I worked as a process engineer and got married right after they legalized gay marriage. No, don't say that either. I would have he would have. This man said he had brief periods. Is he transgender? Of sobriety, where I would pump the brakes and get things under control. I have a pretty good moral compass, and I knew I was doing damage. I knew this was going to destroy me if I didn't get it, but I got trapped.
Yeah, I could probably easily drop 60 pounds, but I'd be fucking miserable.
Around 2015, his drinking really accelerated. So I was tired of fighting. I wouldn't say I made it a conscious decision to let alcohol take over, but at the same time, I just stopped fighting. I said, "Take me, alcohol," and it took me.
Alcohol, take the wheel.
Once you hit a point, it starts to snowball.
No, it does not.
That would be called a daiquiri.
A fucking martini. They're delicious.
My dad was skinny. Between 2015 and 2019, Monday through Friday, I would probably consume 18 to 20 beers a night. On the weekends, I would probably drink 30 beers in a single day. That was over. See, the problem is you're drinking beer. You should have switched to whiskey.
Yeah, it would have worked a lot faster.
And it's more delicious.
Well, I had one of my good clients come in here. Actually, that's who I was with right before we went live. And he goes, "God, business must be booming because you're eating the fucking profits, ain't you?" And I'm like, "Damn, dude, go fuck yourself."
He just fatted you all up.
Yeah, I was like, "Holy shit, man."
He said all of a sudden he had to start struggling with his weight. The pounds started piling on.
Yeah, I will agree. Dad was a fully functioning alcoholic. Man scared the fuck out of me how he was able to do that.
I got up to 350 pounds.
Damn, that's from cheeseburgers.
My
not
natural
whiskey.
weight is 180. I got to a point where I didn't see myself ever making a recovery and losing this weight. I looked terrible and I was depressed. Did somebody
tell because of the alcohol.
Did somebody tell you looked good before? That's all I'm asking.
They lied to you.
Then COVID hit. Boom, boom, boom. I began hearing rumors that we wouldn't be able to go out anywheres and that all the bars and liquor stores would be closed down. I went into a deep, deep depression where I heard if you lick a frog's ass, it could get you drunk. All I found out is it will give you warts on your tongue. Or it could have been from that herpes-infested stripper. No, I'm joking. That ain't on there either. He said he went out and bought a bunch of bottles of vodka, a case, everything, just in case everything shut down. But it never happened. All of a sudden, I discovered that vodka did the job of beer. Wow.
Yeah, it's just potatoes.
Who would have thunk that vodka could get you drunk too?
They don't smell.
During the weekend, it still smells. I began drinking maybe a liter of vodka daily. And on weekends, it would be a
liter.
Like I guess take like a 2 liter of bottle of Coke and you drink half of it.
That's a lot of fucking vodka.
And on the weekends, he drink 1.5 liters a day.
I think he's full of shit.
You can't do that every day for long. I started noticing deeper health issues. I had pain in the area where my liver is located.
Exactly, Melissa. He was depressed because he couldn't see his penis, so it was hard for him to masturbate.
He said, my gums started bleeding. I started to lose weight. And I said, this vodka is great. I'm losing weight, and I don't have to brush my teeth because they all fell out. I had known vodka was the best. No. I had known.
Well, vodka is actually, it's a cleaner liquor than whiskey because it don't have all the additives.
He was also petrified to go to the doctor. The last time I went to the doctor, they did a prostate exam, but both of the doctor's hands were on my shoulders, and it worried me. It didn't say that either. I refused to put a saddle on my family because I heard that riding your kid is illegal, and I didn't want them to know about the troubles that I was having. Then he got jaundice all of a sudden. That would be the yellow picture of him up there. He was lying in bed alone in October 2020 because I stunk so bad my wife didn't sleep with me. And all of a sudden I woke up. He woke up with blood in his mouth. That was not blood. Your wife was on her period and sat on your face. I could feel these clots.
No, then the beard would be red.
So I could feel and taste these clots in my mouth. It must have been a heavy flow. He remembers getting up and running to the bathroom, flipping the light on and looking in the mirror. My heart just stopped. My eyes and skin became yellow.
Maybe you bit your tongue while you were sleeping.
I thought that I was under the sea and I had transformed into SpongeBob. He said, I'm a dead man because I know no one named Patrick. And he ran to the emergency room. He was in the hospital in Columbus, Ohio. That's where he lived for several weeks. He said my liver and kidneys had failed him at the same time.
Well, I hate to tell you, he didn't get no liver transplant because if you're an alcoholic, you can't get one.
It was a nightmare experience. He struggled with consciousness and was hallucinating the whole time. At one point, I thought I was Don King, and I started hollering for Mike Tyson, and he never came.
Screaming Black Lives Matter.
There's a picture of him up here. He's a pretty big dude. I know you see right. That's him right there.
Well, yeah, he's 3+.
Well, he looked bigger than 350.
350.
At one point, I don't know, maybe he's like 5'2". At one point, he was in intensive care. The doctors were doing everything they could to save me.
He's about 5'10".
I had a port in my neck for dialysis. I had a tube in my penis to pee. I had a plug in my butt to keep me from pooing. And I felt very ill. At one point, they said I might only have a few days left. My model for end-stage liver disease score was 38, and the highest score possible is 40. I was eventually declared medically incompetent because I wasn't capable of responding to simple questions like, "Who are you?" And I said my name was Joe. He says, "Where are you?"
Hey, at least he can run for president.
He said, "Where are you?" And I said,
My butt's been wiped.
"I'm at Spencer's." The prognosis for him was very bad. The doctor decided to transition me into a woman and give me life comfort care. They stopped all treatment, and I believe it was a case of waiting for me to die. Then I started to feel a bit better. I remember one day I was lying there in the bed, and the doctor was talking to me. I farted.
Shit myself.
The butt plug flew out across the room.
Shot the cat.
And I felt so much better. Relief. I didn't feel so full. Then everything just started to slowly work again. As far as my body was concerned, some of it probably due to the fact that I had gotten a bacterial infection that I was told participated.
It's under his fupa.
No.
That's his burrito warmer.
Hot pocket warmer.
Hot pocket.
Once his infection cleared up, his liver started to function again. And it felt so good to pee.
On the way out, he got a beer.
No. This is a super long story. This dude was all happy. In 2021, he began exercising. He went to AA meetings. It's been a lot easier on him since he's had AA meetings. Who was that guy? Anyone who struggles with alcoholism or addiction, once you lose the addiction out of your life, you're left with that big hole. That was from the
donuts.
Gay sex. Feeling that for him has been difficult. He had to special order butt plugs. I have a 9-to-5 job, and then I picked up a part-time job. I had to pay for all them medical bills. Starting in March 2021, he decided to get into the gym. So I'm going to get in the gym, man.
That's how he lost weight.
At first, it was awful. I hadn't exercised in decades. But I pushed myself down and said, "Get up, fat boy." And then I reported myself for bullying. And I got fired from my fucking job. I took on a very active role in my recovery. Now I'm at the gym every day of the week looking for a wife because my other one left me because I smelled so bad. That's where the weight started coming off. And I now lost around 150 pounds. There's still a limit. I deal with psoriasis now. And while I'm on the treadmill, do not get behind me because you will think you're behind a hay truck with the loose skin flakes off of me with the fan blowing on me. They closed the gym down one time because they thought there was a blizzard in there. But I don't mind. I have skin cream to keep it from blowing. I eat a low carbohydrated diet, which works for me, but may not work for everyone else. Everybody knew when I was in the hospital that something bad was happening. Well, buddy, most people don't go to the hospital like an Airbnb for hey, y'all, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to spend a few days in the hospital and,
expensive vacation.
Stuff like that. Yeah. His family and kids were called and told that he may not make it. They bought a funeral plot and were really pissed off because they had already spent all of the life insurance money when I made it back to life. He said he stopped talking to his buddy Dennis and got a divorce. And I stopped. And I mean, what did Dennis have to do with it? Dennis didn't. I mean,
just because you drink, don't make me drink.
He was really embarrassed about how he had to come out of the closet right after that. No, I don't say that either. Now I'm trying to be involved in their lives again. His brother and I don't know, his brother. He wanted to see his brother.
Brother.
Mm-hmm. I just can't snap my fingers and repair all those relationships.
Yeah, you can.
Just snap them. You can. I mean, it's not hard to snap a finger. You can snap it on up and be a great thing.
Now he wears jeggings.
Does he wear yoga pants?
He does. He got something to say, Holster.
Just snap your fingers.
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men.
He said the support of his family has made a difference in the world. They all miss the energetic and vital person I had once been.
Yeah, the alcoholic guy. It was fun to be around.
Yeah. Now, they were there to support me instantly in every step of the way. I have a much deeper relationship with my family now. And now I feel like I can be a husband and father. I just have to find a wife first. And I found out those are not my kids. They all look like the Abita water man that delivered our water.
Hey, did you know that the only continent with no active volcanoes is Australia?
No, that's nice to know. This guy wishes he could go back in time and shake himself. That's called masturbation.
If I could go back in time, I'm not gonna go back in time and hang out with myself.
He said he would.
Maybe
he would have went and saw a
myself to buy,
doctor
like,
10
Dogecoin.
years ago, and been honest with them and let them help him. I could have gotten myself out of that hole a long time ago, but that weird guy kept making me put lotion on my skin.
Word gets the hose again.
I still have psoriasis, but every time I go to the doctor, they say I'm doing great. Just stay away from the cornflakes in my house. Everything was normal on his latest liver panel results. I am so happy for you. They wrote a book on this motherfucker right here. Anyway, this is Fred up here.
Hi, Fred.
I don't know.
Fred's a quitter.
I just named him Fred, but I'm glad you got in the gym and you're flexing your little muscles on there.
Yeah, little muscles. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I think you probably didn't have a lot of friends when you were growing up, because I don't think it was because you were shy or anything like that. I think
it was that beard and the fact that you wanted to touch their buttholes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got rid of Dennis. I mean, it's not Dennis's fault that
Dennis didn't make you drink.
You drank.
No, well, Dennis probably started calling him a quitter.
I don't know. He just needs to. Anyway,
what does this have to do with living freedom and whiskey?
It's about alcohol. Alcohol almost killed him.
I mean, it was fucking hilarious. Don't get me wrong.
Because it's about the alcohol. Oh, all right. We're gonna move on from. I hope everyone is not crying now over. What did I name that dude?
Fred.
Fred's made it. He's working out. He's probably at the gym right now, running on a treadmill with the fan blowing on him, with dry skin below, and people were like, "Fred,
Oh, it's nasty.
I need your psoriasis is getting on me." So, anyway, let's move on to a more serious story. Did
y'all see the video about the little old lady who got ran over by a tank?
I think it's the guy. I think the story I read said it was a guy, even though it looked like an old lady.
It looked like grandma, but then again, maybe he's binary fluid something.
Well, I don't know. Guess what? There's a video on that.
Yep.
Right here.
Who the fuck drives around in the middle of a war?
Well, if you watch, whoever's in this tank, whoever's in that tank right there, they see that car coming and like, oh, look a place. I should have got the whack-a-mole fucking stuff, because he sees the car and it's like, yeah, this is about to get interesting, and just runs it over.
Bing bong.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
The question is,
then he backs up over it. Just backs over it.
Okay, so wait a minute. Play it back from the beginning again. So, okay, knowing what you know about vehicles and vehicle crashes that me and you both know, these driving on metal tracks on asphalt.
Oh, he's tearing up the roads. You can see where he's tearing
Right,
up the road.
but when he went to go accelerate, did he lose control of the ass end?
I don't know. It looked like he turned.
Right, but it would too if he was flooring it and all of a sudden the fucking tank just started sliding sideways. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucked up, but you know, it could have totally been an accident too because metal tracks don't really give you that much traction on asphalt.
I don't know. Let's watch and see what y'all think. It looked like he turns to me. Or you think he's skidding out right there?
I think he was skidding out. Yeah, see, he's skidding sideways. Because right when he makes contact, he's actually coming in like this.
You can hear gunshots in the background. It's like, whoops, my bad.
You see the skid marks? Yeah, he don't try to run anybody else over.
Well, he's looking for his insurance papers right now.
See, if he was intentionally doing it, he would have ran over that car too.
I guess, I don't know. But, I mean, still pretty, I don't know why. The other video I saw, they didn't blur out the person because they were still alive as far as I think. I don't know, but it looked like a little old lady, but the article said it was a man.
He was confused.
I don't know. They need some jaws of life, though.
The country's in the middle of a war right now.
Yeah, I would
Maybe
stay
don't
off
go
of
out and
the. I
drive.
would stay off the highways right now. I think it
Yeah.
might be, but that's just a messed up video right there.
But I think I'm not siding on the Russian side on that one. But it's totally possible he just fucking skidded out.
Or he just wanted to play whack-a-mole with the car.
Right, but if he did that, why wouldn't he just start ramming all the cars, not just one?
Maybe he don't like that kind of car.
He was like, "Fuck it, little old lady."
Maybe his ex-wife, who took all of his money in the divorce,
that's her mother-in-law, right?
and he said, he just drove over it.
I ain't gonna lie, if I had a tank, mother-in-law.
Well, what about I'm gonna hope the video's 100 years old. That one in California, I think, where the dude stole the tank. It was running over everything. Some cop ended up climbing on top of the tank and opening it and shooting them inside because he was just like taking everything out.
You play Grand Theft Auto. I remember that shit, and it brought up a valid question. How the fuck does one just walk into a fucking place and drive a tank out?
Well, I think he's ex-military and was a tank driver. But, you know, I talked to a buddy that was in the military. He said most of the military equipment is designed where
you don't have to have a key. I know
like
that.
a 6-year-old could figure out how to drive it because I guess what he was saying, nothing against military people, trust me, I appreciate y'all. But there's a lot of people in the military that are not real bright.
Oh, that's the Army.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of them there.
Yeah, they got the 2 little pedals to push down for each track. So
You're not getting a Bearcat, and plus they're like several $100,000.
yeah, I want a Bearcat. No bullshit. Or a Bobcat.
Did y'all see? This next story is about a teacher in Texas. Texas teacher. She quit her job after she got put on leave because I wish I had that little sound bite. True colors shining through.
Where the fuck is this story?
I didn't say that to you.
You didn't send me the drunk one either.
I'm just slacking. I can report it to my boss. Cut my pay. All right, let's watch this video. You can watch the video live, and then do it. Video number 3. Play the film. She looks like a bitch. Got her head cocked out there and stuff like that.
Oh, she's a Karen. She's a Karen.
Oh yeah, let's rewind. Let's listen.
Oh, she got a scooter.
I think this woman, this other woman's got a cast on. The one in the middle is the one we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, she's Karen too.
Well, she's drinking a big thing of green shit right there, so you know. I mean, just.
So we're vaccinating like the flu, which is, you know, if flu vaccine that you want, but you can't, don't tread on.
Yeah, I think we need to put it. I think it needs to be put in. That's very
It would
early.
have had to have been immediate. If we had done it immediately, it already be gone.
Anyway, what she's saying right here is, she's saying that talk about the "don't tread on me" people, which I guess is kind of like us.
I got my black flag flying.
That they treated it like the flu vaccine. Get it if you want, but if we would have made everybody get it in the beginning, the ouchie Fauci, if we'd have made everybody get it, it would have went away. It would have been done. I don't know what planet she's living on, but last time I checked, the ouchie Fauci was
All it does is give you the Omicron.
not keeping people from catching anything or spreading it. It might make your symptoms less. You might not get as sick. Okay, I agree with that. You may not get as sick, but it did not stop it. So I don't know what this bitch is coming at. It's like, oh, everybody made everybody get it. Nobody would be gone. It would be gone. She's just stupid. Let me rewind it just a little second there, Wilson. You can hear her again. She'll say it.
Immediate. If we had done it immediately, it already be gone. That's what's frustrating. The rest of her life is in.
You know what else is frustrating? Her husband, every day he has to wake up and realize who he married.
Oh, he's probably just like her.
Well, a good chance that her purse is so big his balls may be in there.
Because of politics. Because of conservative. I'm telling you.
I'm going to see my boyfriend. Oh!
See, this woman over here with the, I don't know, this colorful outfit, she's hearing with this woman in the middle saying, she's like, I'm going to see my boyfriend. Because what she said, if you listen, she says all these Christian conservatives need to catch COVID and die.
Really?
Listen.
I'm going to see my boyfriend.
We rewind it. That's when she starts talking because they don't want to hear it at that point. Listen.
I'm going to see my boyfriend. Oh!
And catch COVID and die is what she said.
They're like, yep, we're done talking.
Yeah, the other ones were like, ooh, yeah, but we don't nothing on that. But yeah, that's what she said. All the Christian conservatives need to catch COVID and die.
Well, I've thought about that for
You're
liberals.
drinking as she walks away with a big cup of cow cud.
Hey, look,
You don't know what cow cud is? That's the stuff that the cows are always chewing on. They regurgitate grass
Yes,
and they chew on it like gum.
because they got
That-
4 stomachs. Did you know that?
That's what she's drinking. She's drinking the shit that cows regurgitate, the green shit. She probably don't eat meat. Which, I feel sorry for her husband.
I don't.
Do you think, let me ask you this, what you think?
If vegans suck
Do
dick.
vegans suck dick? Women, do they do it? I mean, because
Well, they do only
technically,
They
it's
only
technically,
drink nut juice.
yeah, the nut juice, but I mean, they don't want to put meat in their mouth, so
Yeah,
they go
that's ground
completely
fruit, of course.
meatless. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Maybe
wondered.
maybe because they don't. Well,
They do
Yeah.
drink nut juice.
Yeah.
Do
that's
you
a good
ever
question.
do you ever shop at the Dollar Tree?
Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Ain't it like the $1.50 tree?
Well, now it's a $1.25 tree.
$1.25 tray.
I think I sent you this story, didn't I?
You did, dead rats.
Do you shop there?
I try not to. It's not a good area.
Well, if anybody y'all go to the $1.25 tree, because it's no longer a Dollar Tree, because everything's a $1.25. Make sure
See-
you check your packages, because go ahead and read the story.
I mean, me and you fucking talked about this. I don't see a problem with it. They're dead.
Not
West
all of
Memphis,
them.
Arkansas, more than 1,000 rodents were found inside a Family Dollar distribution facility in Arkansas. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced Friday as the chain issued a voluntary recall affecting items purchased from hundreds of stores in the South. They don't have Dollar Trees up north. Uh, a consumer complaint prompted officials to inspect the West Memphis, Arkansas facility in January. The FDA said in news release, inside the building, inspectors said they found live rodents, dead rodents, in various states of decay.
They found transgender rodents.
Yeah, rodent feces, dead birds, and bird shit. After fumigating the facility, more than 1,100 dead rats were discovered, and 2 homeless people, officials said.
And they made a Disney
Yeah, that Disney rat's fucking dead. No one should be subject to products stored in the kind of unacceptable condition that we found in this Family Dollar distribution center, said Associate Commissioner for Regulatory Affairs Judith something. The FDA said it is working with Family Dollar to begin a voluntary recall of affected products. These products include human food, pet food, dietary supplements. Who buys that shit at the dollar store?
I'm not going to go buy my
cosmetics.
dietary products.
Yeah.
I got my diet stuff at the dollar store.
Medical devices and over-the-counter medications. What the fuck?
Got a
That
medical
were purchased in January or February from the dollar store in Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee.
I knew that bag of chips I ate. I thought it was
Tastes
extra.
like rat shit, didn't
No,
it?
well, I thought it was extra seasoning on it.
Yeah.
I was like, look at these. It gave me extras. I think it was rat turds.
In a news release, Family Dollar listed the 404 stores that may have sold products from the contaminated facility. Who buys? The company said it is not aware of any consumer complaints or reports of illness related to this recall. That's fucking nasty. The FDA said food and non-permeable packaging may be suited for use if thoroughly cleaned, regardless of packaging. All drugs, medical devices. So the rats were in there getting fucking buzzed, chewing on NyQuil. Cosmetics and dietary supplements should be thrown away. Family Dollar is notifying people that their pregnancy test could be wrong. No. Family Dollar is notifying.
My pregnancy test, I'm pregnant with 102 babies.
Notifying its affected stores by a letter asking them to check their stock immediately and to quarantine and discontinue sale of affected products. The company said customers may have bought our affected product, may return it. Well, that's fucking mighty white of you. To the store without a receipt. Oh, fuck, I'm going to the Dollar Tree.
Sir, we don't sell 65-inch TVs. I want my money back.
Yeah, it's affected by rat shit.
I want my money back. Bam.
I think
we
women
don't.
went to bed.
Man, we don't sell butt plugs. Give me my money back. This got rat poo on it. Look, it's got brown on it right there. I only used it once.
God.
Yeah, I just said that, but the whole Dollar Tree experience. I mean, is what it is. Do you not think these McDonald's and Burger Kings and all these other
Stop it.
especially. Do you know that the McRib is made out of dead possum meat?
That's a lie. Fake news.
No.
It's fake news. If it is,
They
then
call
I'm
it
gonna start shooting possums.
they called it the McRib, but it's really the McPossum.
Now I do know, because I worked in pest control for a very short time, that fast food restaurants are usually infested with
when
rodents.
I remember back when I was in high school, which is in
Fuck,
ancient
they talk about
times.
back in the 20s
In
now.
ancient times, I mean, we had just got electricity and stuff, but I had of course, like most kids, I had a part-time job at McDonald's, making that big $3.25 an hour. I mean, I was big pimping back then. Yeah, I drove a 1979 Ford Fiesta Sport with a sunroof on it.
It's a Fiesta.
I think it had 12-inch tires, something like that. But like I said, I was big pimping, making my $3.25 an hour. But McDonald's,
Back when gas was 10 cents a gallon.
yeah. Well, I remember when the the value meals came out, they were $1.99 a piece. So
Yeah,
of
you could
course
get a
you go.
McDouble for like 50 cents.
And we think tacos were like 19 cents and shit like that. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, it's so cheap." It's like we made $3. I was bringing home like $200 a month. Okay, yeah, thank God things were cheap. Of course, $5. I still think it's like put $5 of gas in your car. That was half a tank. Now it's 50. But off the topic, we had to clean the shake machines, and don't think they clean them things every night. We cleaned them like, I don't know, once a week or once a month. I don't remember.
It shuts down, don't
It
it?
wasn't. No, it ran. But the problem is when if you opened it up, because it's all that like mixed to make the ice cream and stuff like that, like freaking roaches. It's like don't ever, yeah, you know.
Like, but that's not crunchy shit in my
I'm
McFlurry.
hoping it's now better, but I'm just saying back then, yeah, they had roaches in it. I mean, hell, what was it? Last year, pre-COVID, I was at a Mexican restaurant at work. We're sitting there, and I went to bite into my chips and salsa, and freaking roach just walked right on by me. I'm pretty sure he flipped me off. I think this roach looked at me, flipped me off, and called me a puta. But I was going, but I was like, "Look at this shit right here. Like, this is gross. Give me another chip." All these restaurants, what they said about these rats and stuff like that. I believe that all these restaurants, probably except these like restaurants that I can't afford to eat at, they probably all have rodent or roach problems or something like that. There's no telling what you eating.
Didn't send me the story I sent you.
Pre-COVID was 2 years ago. Well, Aaron, as I get older, I lose track of time. You are in the food industry, Aaron. Do most restaurants have some type? I'm talking about not the fancy restaurant. I'm talking places where everyday people eat every day. McDonald's, Burger King, fast food places, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure most of them have not infestations where they're just like, but they have them. They gotta have them.
The fuck was that?
He said he's never. Well, yeah, but you're up north. I think them Yankee roaches are different.
They're bigger.
I don't know. We got them big. I call them outside roaches and big wood roaches.
Yeah.
The ones that are like mean as shit. Because if you like go to step on them and miss the first time, they will like get pissed off and like fly and attack you.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
I mean, you get your head bit off.
Lubies?
A what? A lubie?
A lubbies?
We don't have those here. I don't know what that is.
No, like we got Publix.
Lubbies. I have no idea what that is. It sounds like an adult sex shop to me, and I wouldn't want to eat anything from there. That's like you see the advertisements. Like I said, we were totally off topic, but it just popped in my head, so I gotta say it. You ever seen billboards or advertisements? It's like, excuse me, for the lunch buffet at the titty bar.
Yeah, we actually have a restaurant down here where you can eat steak and girl dances right in front of you.
The last thing I want to do is go to a titty bar and eat food off of any type of. I mean, I'm sorry, because in my younger days I didn't frequent titty bars, but I had been to a few, and you're pretty sure if you look over there and it's like, yeah, I think that dude's whacking off over there or something like that.
In the dark.
And it's like, yeah, in the dark, and the stripper lights, everything looks better in a stripper light, but it's like. I don't. And next thing how you know that dude just didn't whack off? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm so hungry now. I'm gonna go get me some food and go up there and start getting food.
The food trucks are pretty good.
Knowing he didn't wash his hands.
The food trucks outside are pretty fucking good.
Yeah, food trucks are okay. We don't have a lot of those around here.
So I know we're running long, but I'm not leaving without covering this fucking story.
Which story is that?
The sheriff.
Oh yeah, well I forgot about that. That's your story. Go for it.
Yep. All right, this is near and dear to my heart because I live here. I got to deal with this guy. So, your rights will get you dead and arrested. Pasco woman sues sheriff's office saying it violated rights with predictive policing. Those of you don't know, probably because you don't live here, this is now making like national news. Our wonderful sheriff is basically, it's called predictive policing. But what it is profiling. So if they think you're going to commit a crime, they'll stop and harass the shit out of you and find something to arrest you for. Let me get into the story. She's not the first Pasco resident to sue over this controversial practice. A Pasco County woman is suing Pasco Sheriff Chris Nacco personally after she said deputies enforcing the agency's controversial intelligence led policing ILP program violated her constitutional rights. Because, as me and you have discussed, you have to have probable cause to stop and fuck with people. Eileen Caddis is the latest Pasco resident to accuse, might as well say alleged, the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, PCSO, of violating constitutional protections through its predictive policing program, which Nacco himself has likened to pre-science in the film Minority Report. If you knew it was like that, Jesus Christ. So Kate said deputies searching for her son, who was on parole, related to an aggravated stalking conviction, engaged in a campaign of intimidation and harassment in an effort to keep tabs on her son. Nacco established the program shortly after taking over the organization in 2011, but they're starting to ramp up. Program targeted individuals who it finds likely to reoffend using their criminal history and intelligence gathering. Nacco praised the program for reducing crime like car theft and burglary in the county. But at what cost? People's civil rights are being violated. Even though nearby jurisdictions saw similar reductions without predictive policing, because it's wrong. But details of the program were not made public until 2020. Tampa Bay Times investigation, the Times found Nacco's deputies made repeated visits to the homes of family and individuals associated with a targeted offender. Often the deputies would just visit those individuals at random hours of the night and morning without a warrant or suspicion of a crime. Under the program, deputies also would use minor code enforcement violations as a reason to question and even arrest family members of the target. One former deputy told the Times the program was less about crime prevention and more about making lives miserable until they moved or sued. The Times investigated undercover body cam footage of some ILP visits displaying the questionable behavior. Cates said she experienced all that and more after her son was released on parole and became a target of ILP. According to Cates, deputies began showing up to her house to look for her son in March. When she informed the deputies her son didn't live there, she said they took information on vehicles or searched around a property. The lawsuit described several incidents. On March 21st, 2021, at around 2 a.m., several Pasco deputies returned yet again to Miss Cates' home, and what quickly became a patently clear attempt to harass and intimidate.
They wanted that dude bad.
But that's what they do now. If you're related to somebody that's a criminal, they push the whole family out of town. Deputies proceed to search the curtilage of the home, patrolling the backyard, walking around the screen at night, and peering into the home, using flashlights to aid their search. After banging loudly on the door and startling Miss Cates and her family, that's a good way to get shot. PCSO deputies again asked for Miss Cates' son. Miss Cates informed deputies that Ryan did not reside there and repeatedly asked deputies to leave her property. At that point, they're trespassing. They don't have PC to be there. But deputies did not acquiesce. That's a big-ass word.
That's a big word.
Yeah, they didn't do it. For some time, the suit said. Kate said the deputies acted above the law on many occasions, including when she tried to defend herself after multiple late-night investigations at her home. Ms. Cates told the deputies that their behavior amounted to a harassment, and if they kept showing up without a warrant, she would have to call the cops to report them, the suit says. One deputy responded with, "We are the cops. We are the law.
I am the law.
We are the cops," while another deputy told Miss Cates that if she dialed 911 on them, she would be arrested. Miss Cates responded with that she knew her rights, to which PCSO deputy Hamelman responded, "Yep, your rights will get you dead and arrested." Deputies
No, the
then
cop told the lady that.
Yep.
Wow.
Deputies then turned their attention to collecting vehicle information and discussing what type citations they could give Miss Cates regarding a vehicle on her property. Florida politicians have reached out to PCSO for comment. Deputy Hamilman's full name and more. According to the suit, deputies cited a code enforcement violation over the number of her home. Just that's terrible. Justify coming on her property. Oh, so they're saying there was a violation. That's why they had to come on the property.
A code violation?
Right.
So the cops enforce code violations over there?
No, we have code enforcement. Whether other homes in the area, so that'll become case law. Be like, how many other people do you write code violations to? And when they go, well, never. Be like, exactly, dumbass.
We're not
going
to tell. That's top secret.
Right. Hey, I bet you they use the word recall a
Well,
lot.
basically, it sounds like that they're like violating people's civil rights. I mean, I've went and served warrants and stuff before. Went looking for people.
A warrant's probable cause.
I go, or probation violation warrant. Isn't that what they're looking for him? Or they just harassing him because he's a dirtbag?
They're just harassing him because he's a dirtbag.
Oh, well, like I said, they're violating. It sounds like to me they're violating people's civil rights. That's wrong.
Actually,
that's wrong.
yeah. I could tell you right now another example of this. A good friend of mine that's here with me in the office all the time. He won't drop his name yet, but when he makes it public, I'll get more into it, and I have dash cam footage and stuff. He was pulled over one night. He pulled over inside of a hotel parking lot because they lit him up. And they basically walked up to his car, and he's a farmer, so he has all kinds of tools and rope and stuff like that in his truck and a machete and stuff like that. And they go, he's going to kill somebody tonight. We've got to stop him. So they go in the car and they find the pills. And the pills are prescription pills that are non-narcotic. Okay, they're over the counter. And they tested it. They kept testing it. They kept testing it. And every time it came back negative. It wasn't dope. Well, they found a firearm in the car, which is lawful for him. He's not a convicted felon. And they dragged him out of the police car forcibly and handcuffed him and took him to jail. They sent away the drugs for an analysis. The drugs came back as non-narcotics. They are like one's a salt pill and the other one's like an aspirin. And they're trying to charge him still. They're still trying to charge him with a narcotics charge and a firearm at the same time. When FDLE, our wonderful state law enforcement agency that's in charge of that, reported to them and the judge that it is non-narcotic, and they're refusing to give the man back his firearm.
Wow.
So when it goes to court, it's going to be fucking interesting. I told him he's got a hell lawsuit.
Wow.
But that's because of this policy.
Aaron said that if you go to a strip club on Tuesdays,
You can eat a taco.
you can eat a taco and
French taco.
and see a
Sideways.
taco. You just can't touch one of them.
Y'all can't touch strippers up there?
No.
Down here, they're whorehouses.
Well, no. You're not.
You got to pay them like $200 to take a bit
I'm
back.
assuming the law's still the same. It's probably. I can't tell you the last time I've been to a titty bar.
Yeah, right. It's
I kind of have them. I have some at the house, and I
Right.
mean, she only makes
I
me.
can touch him.
She only makes me give her $1.50. Price went up.
You wait till she gets some of them yogurt britches.
Well, we're not buying yogurt britches. Speaking of, go check out the Etsy store. Be the first person to buy something from it.
That'll be fair. We got that wonderful client to send us some bottles of alcohol.
Yes,
We got to
yes.
get him a shirt.
I designed a new Liberty Freedom Whiskey podcast shirt. Actually puts something on the back with the saying. I'm waiting for one to come in. And if it looks good, I want to send him one of those. Be like first edition type things.
You know what I want is one that has one podcast on the front and the other podcast on the back.
You know what I want? I want some of these Hostess jumbo donuts with caffeine in it.
I got pretzels.
No, they got a picture right there. Hostess is making these. Now, I haven't seen them. I want some because they look delicious.
Looks disgusting.
What the hell? Disgusting. How do you figure that? No.
Is it caramel macchiato? Chocolate macchiato? Mocha? Oh, them motherfuckers taste like coffee. Yeah, pass.
It's got caffeine and shit. It's a caffeine energy crime fighting biscuit.
Well, that's true. It's a power ring.
Anyway, Hostess is supposed to be making these now. I saw it.
Then again, I wouldn't think that the Reese's Cups things that we had at your house would have been good, and I ate the whole fucking box that night.
Caffeinated donuts. You can get fat and stay awake
I
at the
bet you that
same time.
motherfucker's got like 4,000 calories.
You can get fat and stay awake to eat more donuts.
That's why that guy was so fat. He's blaming it on
That's
alcohol.
why he is. He blamed it on alcohol, but he was eating
It was
these
donuts.
right there. Delicious. You finished with that water there? You need a new bottle?
I do, but it's all the way over there.
Anyway, that's
I
going
got
to
a
be...
gallon.
I had another story, but I'm not going to ruin the mood with it. It's on Ukraine also. We've talked a lot about it tonight.
Oh, how about Canada? So the trucks are gone. They towed all the trucks out of there. They actually have the whole city cordoned off, very similar to how Washington D.C. is right now, because so Biden don't get lost. So when they cordoned off Ottawa, they basically outside of Ottawa, every road's clogged with semis trying to get into Ottawa. Like the minute them gates come down, they're going in. And they have multiple people on foot out there protesting still.
And if y'all remember podcast or so ago, when we were talking about the trucker and Holster went online and bought his T-shirt. He finally got it in today.
Shirt.
He's got his trucker shirt in. Of course, the protest is over, basically. Nobody got his shirt.
Look at this shit over here. You see that? That's the sticker they put on there. That son of a bitch was like duct tape, man. That motherfucker didn't come off.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, go check. I think I have it in the link on the description of the for this video. Go check it out. You can click on it, go to it. We got some products in there. Not a whole bunch. Steadily.
Every dollar goes to a poor redneck near you.
I'm working on. I'm waiting on some more stuff to come in because, like I said before, I won't put it up for sale unless I've already gotten it or Holster's got it to make sure it's worthy. He did get him a blanket. He said it's great. I put it up there. I
like it.
I just removed his name off of it.
Yeah, I think more people would have bought it by now if he left a name on it.
No, I don't think so.
Y'all want one that says Holster? Y'all just make sure you tell the Iceman he'll have to put it on there.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll put it back on there. Aaron, if you have I think it's a PNG file or something on your logo, if you could email that. Bam was asking me about it, so she could put that. But I have a picture of it, but if you have a PNG file on it, I think it'll be easier or clear. Just let me know. If you don't, we'll figure something out. Everybody else, just come back next week. Hopefully, I won't have a snafu like I had earlier.
We'll have something happen.
That was just horrible. I figured out if it ever happens again, I know what to do. I need to shut down the window next time before I'm doing that. Anyway, everybody stay free, stay safe, and don't comply.
Love every one of you. Have a great night.
Hold on. I got to go back to the proper. I almost used the wrong one again.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.